It's the Sayless Podcast with your girl, Comeiko Taylor.
What's up, people? Happy Wednesday, March 12th. Hey, today's my brother's birthday. Okay, great. Anyway, welcome, you guys. I hope your week is going well thus far. I'm so sorry. I don't know what I did with my pen. Here we go. Sorry, but I got to write that down, my brother's birthday, because I promise you I will forget. Okay, so we are talking today about the weight of it all. And in the weight of it all, it entails managing your well-being, managing self-love, self-care, fitness, whatever. So this has been a topic that I have been on lately within the past, maybe 3-4 months or so. If for whatever reason it follows me, I can't escape it. I don't care where I go. I was in Walmart this morning and the young man, I had to get ink for the printer and we were talking and he ended up on fitness. Young man, 300 pounds. He's 190 right now. He lost it in 8 months all by itself because we were talking about the mushroom coffee and all these things. And he was like, no, you could do it yourself. And I'm like, dude, I know that. The crazy part about it is that I know everything that is supposed to be done to manage the weight of it all. Like I know the ins and the outs and the everything. I've done it before. But why am I having such a difficult time doing it now? I don't know. I have a gym membership. I've had a gym membership for the past 10 years. Planet Fitness, before I left them, I actually went in and asked when was the last time I checked in. This was last year, the end of last year. I asked them when was the last time I checked in, and they told me that it had been since April of, I think, 2023 or something like that. That's ridiculous. And so I know that I'm going to share some of the things that, I'm a Google research queen. That's all I do all day. But some of the things that sometimes we don't know, the things that we don't know is a part of what we're dealing with as far as managing, our weight, fitness, whatever. So I'm going to put my glasses on because I'm going to be doing some reading, sharing the things that I've come about for this important piece of life. Let me tell you, it's important. It's definitely important. Okay. So one thing I can say is that mental health. I'm going to start there. Mental health is everything. Mental health has a lot to do with your body and the changes within your body. I've struggled with mental health for a very, 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 very long time. And at one point I got good at masking it. So I was masking it and not tackling it. And then with me doing that, it was putting extra on the body. So we can walk around all day long, just like they say, stress. Stress plays a huge part, especially for women. Okay, so I'm a menopausal woman, all right? And that in itself makes it very hard to maintain the weight, lose the weight. It's tough. It's not like 10, 20 years ago when I would just get in the gym, hit it, and in 2 weeks or so I see a change, or now I feel like I'm gonna have to do it for the rest of my life to get rid of this donut around my waist. Like, you change your diet, because diet plays a huge part of it. You change your diet, your alcohol intake, your sugars, your sodas, whatever. And at the end of the day, you do the activities, the exercise, and then you look in the mirror and you like get on the weight, and then you're like, what am I doing? How is it? I don't see anything. So that's when you dig into why. So some of the things that I found that's effective when trying to manage body changes, both physical and mental, because again, mental plays a huge part that people don't know. And they always encourage you to incorporate, your diet, exercising, and being mindful, and having self-compassion for yourself. So exercise, of course, is one. They typically say I know typically maybe 30 minutes. I'm going to say a day. They say a couple of times a week for exercising, whether it be walking, brisk walking, or whatever. I say every day. Every day. I strive to at least do at the least 45 minutes a day on my treadmill. The other day, I actually incorporated, I'm with Recovery One through my insurance, and it's just a basic stretch program or whatever, like a 15-week program, and every day they send you a set of exercises. And so I woke up, I did that. I did 45 minutes on a treadmill because I have the iFit app. Amazing, for one. Get it. Okay. But I have that, and I did that, and it's crazy because I had skipped like a week or so, and I felt amazing. Like the whole day, it just does something to you. So I say daily walk, brisk walk, whatever. Of course, they say healthy diet. Healthy diet, that all depends on you and what you like. Because I know I've had a diet coach, and the things that they were recommending for me to prepare, I didn't eat it. Okay. I don't do salmon. I don't do, a lot of the little things that they say, oh, this is healthy. So as far as the diet is concerned, it's always a hit and miss with that one. Hydration, preaching to the choir. We don't realize how important water is. Water is extremely important. It's taken me a long time to realize that. I'm gonna be transparent because that's what you get from me. I don't know why it's so hard to drink water, and it's so important. It makes a huge difference within your insides, your outside, your skin. I don't know why it's so hard. And then people say, oh, put a little flavor in. I got every flavor of Kool-Aid, Crystal Aid, Mio-Aid. I got it all. And I still have a hard time drinking water. And when I do want water, I'm actually craving it. And it has to be like cold. So I have my little Stanley, the 32-ounce one. And I try my best daily to at least drink maybe 2 of them. But it's really hard for me. But water is important. It's very important. And it's very important in your weight loss. My trainer told me that. And my trainer actually used to make me drink a whole 32-ounce in front of him. Hazel Marie Claxton Taylor, y'all. But he would make me drink. Every time he would make me do a exercise, drink some water. He stayed on me. So hydration is so absolutely important. Of course, avoiding tobacco, illicit drugs, just, I'm going to say do your best, because some people, that's just their way of life. Of course, they say limit alcohol. That is very true. Yeah, Rachel. Hey, Rachel. Yeah, Hazel is just, child. The back door is open, so they over here doing a roof next door, and so every time she hears something, she running through the backyard like she gonna do something. But alcohol intake, I went through that phase too when I was on the 80th time of trying to manage my weight or whatever the case may be, and it does play a big part. So my go-to cocktail when I do is a old fashioned or a beautiful. Some call it French Connection, but it's Hennessy and Grand Marnier. Nothing but sugar, right? And back then, that was my drink. I didn't drink nothing else. But it didn't affect me because I was younger. You know what I mean? And that metabolism was going and it was going. And it was like, okay, I got this. I'm not really a mixed drink kind of person. But alcohol plays a huge part of the weight gaining, especially in women. And so I was told so many moons ago that if I did want a cocktail, an adult beverage, to consume gin or vodka. And then if you do add anything to it, that's when you add those little meals or the little crystal lights or whatever. Add that to it for flavor. But if you really want to, stay clear of sugars and things of that nature, just keep it simple with the dry gin, vodka. And I did that for a while, but it got boring. You know what I mean? It just got boring. And the whole purpose of having an adult beverage is to enjoy it and relax and chill. You know what I mean? So that didn't last too long. But alcohol is not a big thing for me anymore. I don't know. Maybe because for the past 49 years, I didn't got it in. But I don't care too much for it anymore, despite the bar that we have in the kitchen, but whatever, it's just for company. One of the big things too about managing the weight of it all and your health is practicing mindfulness. That is so important. The mind is so brilliant and the way that it works. So everybody knows I'm big on meditation, manifestation. It makes a difference. I didn't think it did about maybe 4 or 5 years ago. But when I put it into practice, it plays a big part on your health, especially the mental health. It starts here. Okay, let's just say that. Everything starts right here. And if this right here ain't strong and courageous, everything else is going to be hard to follow. But just paying attention to your body and your surroundings, your home environment. For one, I'm big on home being your peace. Your home should be your peace, your mansion, can you stop tap dancing, Hazel Marie? Whew. Woosah. But it's very, very important. She made me lose I just got her nails grinded and I don't understand why they're so loud. Sorry. As I was saying, your surroundings. You always want to try your best to be in a peaceful surrounding. The chaotic things going on outside the world or whatever, we really have no control over. But we do have control on where we want to be. Okay. It makes a huge difference. Trust me. Stay around positivity as much as you possibly can. Having self-compassion. That's just basically being kind to yourself. I know that sometimes we are our worst critics. I know that I am. There's things about me that I'm just hard on that I don't like. And, people around me or my husband like, oh no, you look great, or oh, da, 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 da. No, I don't. You don't have to sugarcoat for me. You can tell me the truth. My skin is thick. Okay. My best friends were men. So I grew up, with that thick skin. So tell me the truth. Okay. But although you may be telling the truth and you think that, okay, you look great, I don't feel great. And at the end of the day, it's about what I feel. So you have to have some self-compassion. So sometimes I tell myself, chill out. You know what I mean? Like, you'll get there. Just keep doing what you do instead of saying, girl, you ain't going to make it. You ain't going to get to know. I'm just trying to get to 175. I'm 185. How hard is it to lose 10 pounds? It's been pretty hard, but I'm not going to give up. And I'm going to have some self-compassion to get through. So engage in activities you enjoy, connect with others. Connecting with others is so important. I was just saying that I have my gym membership, and at this point in life, I never needed a partner or an accountability partner, but right now I want one. And I actually have no one to go to the gym with that is kind of on my schedule where we're kind of free during majority of the day. So it's pretty hard. Like, I know people that go, but it's like, can you go when I can go? Or do I have to go when you go? Which is either before me and the roosters crow, or when it's nighttime, because I'm on senior citizen hours. Okay. I go to bed early and I wake up early. So being in the gym at 9 and 8 and 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock at night, that's just not going to work for me. So sleep is very important. It has a lot to do with your health, believe it or not. You have to sleep. They say at least 7 or 9 hours. Now, crazy part for me is if I get about a good 5 or 6, I'm good. But I don't know what's going on with these bags that's been developing under my eyes. It doesn't have anything to do with sleep, because I get my sleep on. Okay, I do. I didn't in the past because I felt like I was missing something. But now I don't care if I miss it. Baby, let me get that nap. All right. So I don't know why the bags, but sleep is very important. It has everything to do with how your day is going to go, how your week is going to go. Get it. Challenge your negative thoughts. Whenever a negative thought comes into your head, shut it down. Shut it down. Because that negative thought can develop and birth itself. If you continue to think it, don't do it. Any negative thought that crosses your mind, and I do it to this day, because we're human, all right? And we're not perfect, and we're not angels. We ain't none of that, all right? But when a negative thought enters your mind, you immediately switch it off and think of something positive. Immediately. And when you continue to do that, which the negative thoughts, I consider them to be Lucifer, he just gonna be like, I ain't fooling with that person no more, because I keep getting shut down. Yeah, you're gonna continue to get shut down, Mr. Negativity. All right. And seek professional help. I've had therapy a lot in my life, and I don't care what nobody say, it works. Therapy works. Do it. Get it. I don't care if it's a professional. I don't care if it's someone that you are close to in your circle, that you trust. Connect, talk it out. Keeping it inside causes stress, which what does stress do? It takes it out on your body. All right. Talk. If you need to talk to me, call me. All right. Because do know when you call me, we can talk. It could be the saddest conversation in the beginning or the most serious conversation. And by the time you get done on the phone with me, baby, we're going to be laughing. Okay. Because life is short. You tackle these things that's happening in life and get on with it. All right. We don't have too much time left because we in that last book, whether you like it or not. All right. So refrain from negative thoughts, focus on functionality, prioritize self-care. We're going to talk about self-love before we get on up out of here. Engage in regular exercise, diet, stay hydrated, limit alcohol, communicate with others, practice mindfulness, consult with professionals, and then learn about yourself. You know, the things that are going on with your body. If you don't understand it, baby, Google. Now, I'm not talking about Google for cures and stuff like that now. But if you really want to understand, like, you know, I Google menopause all the time because I want to know what is going on. Why is everything so just stagnant? You know, I want to understand what I'm going through mentally, physically. That's managing the weight of it all. Know what you're going through. Know your body. Go to your doctor's appointments. Get your annuals, your blood work. I have done it for forever. Every year, I get my annual, my blood work. I get all that done so that I can know my body, know what's going on with it, and stay on top of things. And it's not that bad. It's just some blood work. It's just talking to the doctor. Okay. Now, the part that I don't like is the colonoscopy. They can keep that. Okay. They can keep that because that wasn't, Ooh, child. I think my next one coming up, I don't even know, but get it done. Okay. It's important. So self-love, this is the big one. This is the one that matters, truly matters. Self-love. And the definition of self-love is a positive regard for yourself that involves treating yourself with kindness and respect. It kind of sort of is related to self-esteem and self-compassion, what I mentioned earlier. Self-love is mental health. So again, train your mental to be positive, reduce anxiety, depression, anger, loneliness, like figure those things out and learn how you can reduce them. Anxiety is something that I deal with. And so I constantly, sit down and tell myself and speak positive things. And whenever I feel that anxiety, like sometimes I don't want to go outside, or I'm like, I don't think I should be outside today. Now, sometimes that's your angels, okay, and the universe protecting you when you get that feeling like, you know what? I don't think I'm supposed to be outside tonight. It has been times that I have got fully dressed and was headed out, and it was just a feeling in me that was like, nah, go on and stay in. Many of times, listen to those, okay? Listen to it. But being aware of your mental health is self-love. If it's thrown off, embrace it, sit in it, figure it out, fix it, and get up out of it, okay? Relationships. Self-love can help you form meaningful relationships with others. If you don't love yourself, you can't love others. Period, point blank. When you have mad self-love for yourself, then for one, other people got to fall in line with it. For two, it actually is a benefit to the relationships around you or that you're in. Typically, self-love, if the person is a positive person, that self-love kind of reflects and people pull off of that, which is a great thing to me. I love being around positive people and people who just love themselves. And, I pull from that. I don't take it any other way. There's so much negativity out here today that, you just don't see a lot of it no more. Everybody's just so negative. Somebody can post a picture of themselves and say, I can finally fit in these pants. Somebody gonna have something negative to say about it. So I don't care if you're beautiful woman, man, handsome man. I don't care what it is. Somebody gonna find something negative to say. It is so many miserable people in the world today. Miserable, bitter. I read comments on stuff and I say, wow, you got to have some thick skin to deal with these folks today, especially with social media and having the feedback. It's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. And sometimes I be getting mad, but I told myself I ain't fighting nobody else's battles, because every time I fight somebody's battles, I get slapped in the face. But relationships, your well-being, self-love can help you live a more fulfilling life. Yes, it can. Ways to practice self-love. Be kind to yourself. Treat yourself like you would treat your friend. Take care of yourself. And that's eating well, exercising, and getting enough sleep. Those three basic things are so basic, so important. Practice mindfulness. Pay attention to your thoughts and your feelings. Stay connected. Stay connected. When you get to feeling a certain type of way, sit down and ask yourself, why are you feeling this way? Why am I feeling the way that I'm feeling? It's soothing, if that makes any sense, because I do it. Some of it is just the natural. Some of it is the zodiac, which is a Gemini. And we tend to kind of get thrown off and be like, a lot of times I have to say, girl, what's with the attitude today? I don't even know why I have an attitude. Like, I'd be like, what is wrong with you? Ain't nothing wrong, but why do you have an attitude today? I be mindful of my feelings and where I'm at, and I sit and I ask myself, and I fix it, especially if it's uncalled for. I fix it. You understand what I'm saying? So mindfulness is very important. Setting boundaries. Decide what you will and will not accept. I never had an issue in that area for me, but I know that can be an issue for a lot of people because they are people pleasers, and so you got to set boundaries. You got to set boundaries. Because being a people pleaser and being concerned about, oh, if I set this boundary, this person might be mad at me or they might not. So be mad, be glad, be sad. Write it down, take a picture. Don't give a, okay? It's about you. And it's not selfish, but it's about you. That's self-love. That's peace. So do it. Set boundaries. And if they don't like it, say, check up the deuces. Bye. I don't care who it is. Peace is so important. And to develop that beautiful peace, you got to set boundaries. All right? Let go of shame. Forgive yourself and focus on the positive. Don't be shameful. I mean, it is what it is. Your life is your life. My life always been an open book. And things that I've been through and gone through and done in life, I'm not ashamed of it. It's my life. You understand? And I've learned from some of the things, but never be shameful. Nobody's perfect. And some people live their life out loud and some people don't. But even if you live out loud, people gonna always have some. They're gonna judge. They're gonna do whatever. So what? It's your life. Don't worry about what the next person think about you. Okay? Identify your strengths, understanding your own value. That's important. Sometimes you have to sit down and write that down. Identifying all of your strengths. Kind of like when you're, in an interview. What are some of your strengths? What are some of your weaknesses? Do it for yourself. Do it for yourself and figure it out. And if it's something that you don't like, work on it and fix it. And some of the challenges that people have with self-love is they struggle with low self-esteem and may have difficulty loving themselves. This can be due to negative self-talk or messages from others. I'm going to say it again. Positive thoughts. Positive thoughts leads to a positive life. Okay. Also, it brings you to other positive people. Some people don't like that light shining. The darkness, when they come around someone that light is full and that light is shining, that darkness is going to kind of move along. The same way I say, people say, oh, I can't have everybody in my house. I don't have a problem with it because my house is blessed. And best believe you come in my house with negativity, you ain't going to be comfortable. You ain't going to stay long. Promise you that. You're not going to stay long. It's going to be one of them, all right, nice seeing everybody. Go on with that. Yeah. Go on with it because this house is protected. It's protected and it's blessed. So hang around folks that's going to help you evolve. If you have low self-esteem, what are some of the things that you want to change about yourself? You understand what are the things that are making you feel low? What is it? Identify it, write it down, and figure out how can you fix it to build your self-esteem. We all struggle with it. It's days that I get up and I feel like I'm the ugliest person on earth. I find every flaw I could find within myself. I have a lot of those days, but I don't sit in it. I identify it and I move on. And I say, you know what? God made me like this. Just like growing up, everybody was like, oh, we was from LA and we moved to San Diego and they didn't like LA girls and whatever the case may be. And, I had long hair and oh, she's light skinned, oh, she's pretty, oh, she's this. And then you have women jealous and girls was jealous and wanting to fight. And I'm like, why is y'all mad at me? Take that up with God. God did this. I didn't do this. I'm just trying to maintain it. The weight of it all. Okay? Trying to maintain it. God did this. Every and anything that you see about me in the form of my body had everything to do with God. It ain't had nothing to do with my parents. It had everything to do with God. He designed me uniquely. Okay? So if you got a problem with me, you take that up with him upstairs, sugar. All right? But the last thing I'm going to say about self-love is self-respect. Gotta respect yourself. You gotta respect yourself as a man. You gotta respect yourself as a woman. And when you walk around with your head held high and showing that you respect yourself, others can't do nothing but fall in line. You understand? When you respect yourself, can't nobody disrespect you. You done already put that aura in the atmosphere. You can try to disrespect me if you want to. If you see me respecting myself, then you need to fall in line and respect me. All right. But it's so much more to this topic, literally. But that's just the weight of it all. So continue to love on yourself. If you're not loving on yourself, find a way to love on yourself. Don't expect it from others. Self-recognition is the most important. We don't need recognition from the outside world to feel superior, okay? Validation from the world will always fail. Validate yourself. That's going to be the final words. Validate yourself. Maintain it all. Maintain your physical being. It's a mind thing. It's a mind thing. I was supposed to go to the gym this morning, and guess what the mind said? Girl, go to Walmart. Self-discipline. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. So if you're working on it, I'm with you. You're not the only one. So thanks, guys, for joining the podcast today. Look out for the topic for next week. I don't know. I might have a guest for next week. I'm not going to say what the topic is going to be. It's pretty important, and it's actually happening a lot right now. I'm sure a lot of people are experiencing it. But yeah, I'll let you know. I will let you guys know over the weekend for next week's topic. Shout out to Blast Music 247, Familia. And shout out to our VP, Troy, for all the hard work that he does behind the scenes. Because, hey, he gets it in. He works. Do you hear me? And he's expeditiously. So thank you guys for tuning in. And if you have any suggestions for topics, hit me up. If you want to be a guest on the show, to use the platform for your business, or just join in on the topic for the day, let me know. But until then, enjoy the rest of your week, and always, always, always be blessed. Bye.
It's the Sayless Podcast with your girl,